Hey guys, welcome back to Candy Beauty. So I am super excited. When I found out that Nomad Cosmetics was coming out with another palette, I was like, yes, thank you, it's about time. Oh, I was so happy. Nomad is one of the best indie brands that I have tried to date. And when I say best, I mean like overall, their palettes, their packaging, their service. I think them and Copacetic are like my favorite brands when it comes to customer service. They get back to you right away. They're nice, they're pleasant, you know, they're attentive. They just are so great. The owners of Nomad Cosmetics are such great people. And I'm so happy to have, you know, reviewed their palettes and worked with them in the past, and I'm so excited that they're like coming back up, and you know, they're gonna be releasing even more. And I think this is such a neat, cute palette idea, especially for this time of year when Halloween is just a few weeks away. I can't believe it, you guys. I cannot believe that like Halloween is just right around the corner. What happened to August and September? Seriously, like what happened? I have no idea. It's just crazy how time flies. But I was just like so excited to see that they were doing a new launch, and yeah, I'm a little biased because I've had nothing but good experiences with Nomad Cosmetics. That being said though, you guys know I will bring it to you like I brought my Urban Decay review. So anyways, let's just dive in and take a look at this palette. Let's get some information on it, and then we will create a look. Okay, so I was not aware of this, but it does look like it's sold out. It says pre-order temporarily out of stock due to high demand. There is a pre-order available now for delivery in October, so I'm assuming would still get it before Halloween. The palette does retail for $44. 5% of the sales are donated to the Bat Conservation International, which, you know, it always like feels good donating to a good cause and getting a wonderful palette out of it, you know what I mean? You know, I am scared of bats, but still a good cause. Alright, so it says the design is inspired by the dark fairy tales of Europe. It features 18 ravishing and rich eyeshadows and an array of haunted hues from blood-stained reds and eerie forest greens to gravestone graves and autumn golds, 9 devilish mattes and 9 enchanting shimmers, 4 times finer pigments for eerily soft feel and spookily intense color payoff. That's so cute. Bilberry seed oil to restore skin for crease-proof color, PETA certified, cruelty-free and vegan, free of parabens, phthalates and mineral oil, no talc and no gluten. Holographic palette with a scene that transforms from ordinary to ghastly right before your eyes. I have to say the packaging is really cool on this palette. It's so neat. And then it says the shade names are Mary King's Close, which is matte spice pumpkin, Huska Castle, a shimmer yellow gold, Highgate Cemetery, a shimmer ghostly green, Hoya Basu Forest, I'm probably not saying these names the right way, Shimmer Foggy Gray, Ghost River, Matte Phantom Mauve, Blood Mary, a shimmer bloody crimson, Boogeyman, a shimmer autumn gold, Frankenstein, a matte jack-o'-lantern orange, Grendel, a matte eerie forest green, Big Bad Wolf, a shimmer silver bullet blue, Krampus, a shimmer devilish purple, Count Dracula, a matte dried blood red, The Catacombs, shimmer gravestone grave, Dragsholm Castle, matte bat brown, Mary Cemetery, shimmer gremlin green, Black Forest, a matte medieval blue, Bran Castle, a matte ghoulish violet, Spandau Citadel, a matte castle brick. Alright, you guys, so I'm super excited about this palette. The packaging is so cool, and if it's anything like other Nomad palettes, I'm sure it's going to look lovely. So let's just dive in and create some looks. All right, my hair was driving me crazy, so I put it down. All right, we're gonna go into the palette now, you guys. I have no idea what to start out with. There's just so many possible fun creations. I'm getting excited already. I did prime my eyes with some P. Louise base. All right, and I can't decide if I'm gonna do kind of on a time crunch, so I don't know what we're gonna do. But, okay. I'm gonna go into the shade Grendel, this dark green shade right here, and I'm just using my Sigma E38 diffused crease brush, which I got in the Cinderella collection. Oh my gosh. Look at that pigment, you guys. I went in a little hard, I forgot how pigmented Nomad shadows are. Here's the thing, like I really like supporting brands that are good to me. Like when I reviewed the Iceland palette from Nomad, they featured me in their stories, which was so nice, because that's like the first time I had ever, well, no, I think I had tried them before, but that was the first time I had ever done a video on Nomad. And because I do have other Nomad palettes, but that's the first time I had actually posted a video on them. And I just thought that they're just really nice people. And anytime like I have questions about anything, they get really back to me very quickly. They always ship, you know, pretty reasonably. Like I've never had problems where I order something and then 5 weeks later, that's when I get it, which is the case with a lot of indie brands. Don't say it's not, you guys. I mean, we love the indie, but we don't love the wait time, right? Am I right? I do have to say though, in brands' defense, you know, there are a lot of things that happen that are not their fault, whether it be shipping delays, broken palettes. That is not the brand's fault, you guys. So just keep that in mind, you know, when you're getting upset. You know, stuff happens. Oh, sorry. I'm going in with Mary Cemetery, this green shimmer shade. And I'm using that same Sigma brush. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. I wonder if I should use, I feel like I'm probably going to use a wet brush in a minute, but we'll just pat this down for right now. Yeah, keep in mind that a lot of things that happen are out of the brand's control. You know, if they're out of stock on something, okay, you know, give them a break. But if they continue to be out of stock when they know they're going to be selling out of something, then that's a different story. It's like, come on, you know, you guys are going to be selling out, so make sure your stock is good. But again, I think brands in general, not just indie brands, but brands in general like to say that they're sold out of something. They like that FOMO feeling. It helps them. So you have to keep that in mind. And if you really want something, set a reminder. You know, make sure you're on top of it. But sometimes you just can't get it, and then those are the times that you just have to kind of give up. But I do have to say, constantly brands that are out of stock, it's kind of like, okay, you know you're going to sell out, at least let more people get the palette. But as far as broken palettes and that sort of thing, that's not their fault. And unfortunately, they have to suffer the consequences of the post office or FedEx or UPS or whoever, the carrier, messing up. So that gives them added expenses. So keep that in mind. You know, try to be delicate when you email these brands, you know, whatever the situation may be, because you don't know, we don't as consumers think about things from their side. But if a brand is just straight out rude, then that's unacceptable too, because there should be a sort of professionalism that goes along with selling makeup and being a brand, in my humble opinion. Okay, so this is Highgate Cemetery, and I have to say, and I'm going to go in on the inner part of the eye, I have to say for the most part, I really have not had, for the most part, as long as you treat a brand respectful, they will be respectful back. You just have to go about it in a delicate way, and if you're not getting anywhere, then you sort of, you know, put your foot down and just be like, okay, thank you very much. I guess I will be taking my business elsewhere, you know, and just kind of do it in a polite way. And they will get the hint. Like, I had a situation with a brand, well, it's a mainstream indie brand. It's a very, like, in Sephora indie brand. I'll just say that because I don't want to badmouth the brand. And the other thing, too, is sometimes with these brands, it's not the owners that are taking care of these customer service requests. It's other people. And they might be having a bad work day. You know, you just never know what is going on. So, you know, the owner or whoever is in charge may have no idea that these people are talking to customers this way. So far, the shadows are buttery smooth, the same Nomad formula that I'm familiar with. I don't notice any discrepancies. Everything is just gliding on. I like these two shades. They're very shifty. They have like, they're not duochromes, but they have like a sort of sparkle to them that I feel is very, very, very pretty. Okay, so moving on to the next eye. I guess we are going to do more than one look today. So I'm going to go in with the shade Frankenstein right here. Have you guys seen, so I don't know if any of you guys are Britney Spears fans, but Celie, I know you are, girl. I was talking to my friend Celie the other day. I just realized that Netflix is doing, and even if you're not, like even if you were never a Britney fan, you have to like wonder about what is going on with the whole free Britney movement. At least I have. I don't know, but I'm kind of like into like all of that kind of stuff, true crime and documentaries. Like I'm really into that stuff. I was actually thinking about doing videos on that. Let me know if you guys think that that would be something you would be interested in. Oh my gosh, I am loving this grungy Frankenstein. Oh, such a beautiful fall color. This is actually a really nice fall palette. I'm glad I got it now. And the mattes are just beautiful. I think these mattes I like better in this palette than the Iceland palette. The mattes were in that palette were really good too. So anyway, yeah. So Netflix is doing this new documentary like on like the behind the scenes stuff, like the craziness of like the lawyers, and everybody was paid off, I guess, to keep like Britney laid down and not being able to do things herself and all of this nonsense. And I'm super, it's coming out on the 28th. And then my friend Celie was saying that she was watching something on Hulu, and I'm like, oh, I don't have Hulu, but now I want to watch that too. I was going to go in with the warm brown, but now I'm like, this kind of grungy. Maybe I should go in with the Dragston Castle. Or I guess I'm just going to go in with Count Dracula right here. This more warmer brown. It's almost kind of like a... just going to go in the crease right there. So I can't wait to watch that. And I was actually... if it's good, you guys, we might have to do like a chit chat and just talk about it. I don't know. I'm interested in that kind of stuff. I love watching those kind of documentaries and stuff. And like I said, I was even thinking about doing videos for you guys, sort of just because I love them so much. And I don't know. Let me know if you guys are intrigued by that kind of stuff and what you think about the whole Britney Spears thing. Do you think it's just, you know, because some people think it's just a publicity stunt because she's always kind of been very like gimmicky and just trying to trick people and trying to get attention. So what are your thoughts though on it? Like, I would be interested to know. Probably some of you just don't really even care, which is fine, but all right. Should I cut the crease of this? I don't, Alright, I'm gonna go in with Huska's Castle. Oh my gosh. Maybe I'm gonna go in with my finger first. Oh wow. Oh wow, that is so satisfying. Wow. Oh my goodness, that is such a beautiful gold shade. Wow, that is super pigmented, super buttery. There's not very much fallout with these shades either. There's some fallout, but not very much. Oh, this gold is so beautiful. Okay, so here are these two looks. I just went underneath with the gold and like the same thing I did on top of the lid. And I think these are really, really pretty. And I wasn't going to do more than 2 looks, but I really want to play with this palette more. So I think I am. I think I'm going to do one more look. We'll do one more look. Hopefully it'll turn out as good as these. And then we will wrap up our final thoughts on the palette. Okay, you guys, now for our final look, I am going to go in with the gold shade that I'm in love with called Huska Castle, and I really don't know. I'm probably not saying that the right way, and that's okay, you know? Because I just don't know how to say that. Alright, and I'm just using like a little teeny bitty artist brush. I'm going to spraying it down with some setting spray. And I'm just sort of making a line. So I'm basically just kind of like using it as eyeliner. Alright, now I'm going to do that same thing with this shade right here called Highgate Cemetery. And I am using a wet brush. Okay, next we're going in with this shade right here called Bloody Mary. Alright, now we're going to go in with this sort of deep purple plum shimmer called Krampus, and we're going to go right above Bloody Mary with that. And I love like the way that all the shades feel with Nomad. Like they're very hydrating, just sort of so comfortable feeling on the eye. Like I don't know how to explain it. You can definitely tell it has that oil in it. The what is it called? Bilberry oil or something like that. Alright, I'm going to do the other side, clean everything up, and we will be back. Alright, you guys, so this is it. These are our final thoughts. This is the final look. And I really, really like this look. I probably could have done a better job on it, taken a little bit more time. But overall, I think it's really pretty. And I mean, this palette is just so good. She's worn. I think my favorite shades are Highgate Cemetery, Huska Castle, and Bloody Mary. Those are like the home run shades for me. I just think they're so beautiful. That like sheer, foily, just, so good. So good. The mattes, Frankenstein and Grendel. I mean, look at how fierce these mattes are. I really think they did a really good job with this palette. like I said, it's perfect for this time of year. You can get a bright sort of colorful look like I did. It's very, what's the word that I'm looking for? I don't know. It's very all around a good palette. You can do bright colorful looks, sort of like this one, but then you can also, you've got your like grungy, you know, with the Black Forest and the Krampus. I mean, you've got like those grungy, oh, I just mixed the shades, great. You've got those grungy vibes too. Ooh, so that was Krampus mixed with, I think, Black Forest, and it almost looks like a multi-chrome. That's interesting. But so yeah, I mean, you can really vamp it up and get that like dark, sort of grungy, vampy sort of look. You can also have like the lighter, you also have like your neutrals, you know, you've got like a nice metallic gray. I just think this is a really good palette. I'm really, really happy that I purchased it, especially for the price. I think the price point is right on, not too expensive, you know, just enough to make a good quality palette. They always have the cutest themes. I feel like they really go all the way at Nomad with carrying out their theme with the palette. You know, the locational stuff is so neat, I think. And I mean, honestly, you guys, this is just over the top. Look, it's so good. It's so good. So anyway, I really do like this palette a lot. Unfortunately, it is on pre-order, but it looks like they'll be stocking them, like you'll be able to get your pre-order soon, which again, Nomad's always really good about restocking and getting things out to people. So if any of these looks inspired you, or if you're interested in the palette, I do recommend going and getting it. I do really enjoy it, and I'm probably going to use it more. If you guys want to see like a full-on, you know, 5 looks or something like that, let me know down in the comments below, and I will try to get that out to you. And yeah, overall, really good palette. Good job, Nomad. Don't forget, you guys, to make sure you are publicly subscribed to the channel and your notifications are on, because I know YouTube's been doing some tricky stuff lately. And if you enjoy this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me today, and I will see you in my next video.